After what feels like a millennia since any real update of significance from Rocksteady, we've just got a huge patch notes drop with everything to expect in Season 1. And interrupting myself, in typical fashion, Rocksteady have now dropped a gameplay trailer on top of these patch notes. I've just had a watch of it. It all looks really, really good. We've got a bigger look at Joker's toolkit in terms of what he can do as he's gliding around, maybe a look at that traversal attack. We've got a look at the environments that we're going to be fighting in. We've got a little tease about the Superman boss fight, which is going to be the Brainiac morphed into Superman, very much like the end of the game with Brainiac and Flash. And yeah, this trailer all looks really good. I'm going to leave it in the background playing. But yeah, the gameplay trailer told us not much more than what we know about in the patch notes, but I do think it all looks really, really good in the trailer, and there's definitely some builds, and also Black Manta as gear set. Didn't say about that. I'm in. I'm so in. Let's go. Alright, back to the patch notes then. What to expect from the Joker, the Battle Pass, new infamous and notorious loot, and a shitload of bug fixes, alongside some gameplay changes as well that are really, really welcome. I gotta be honest, at face value, this looks really promising. Before we get going though, if you are looking to stay up to date on this game, whether we get 1 season, 4 seasons, whatever it may be, you're going to want to scroll down, hit that subscribe button. I would massively appreciate it, and I will keep you covered. Without further ado, let's dive in. So the patch notes start with what we can expect from the Joker. We've obviously seen his gameplay in the third and final Elseworlds Suicide Squad Insider. We've seen the umbrella, the pistol action, gliding through the air before sweeping onto the rooftops, knocking enemies off and then returning to the air. I think it looks slick. What they gave us here is a little insight into his talent tree. 3 specializations of Jester, Firestarter and Ringmaster. Jester being melee and crowd control. Firestarter is some Affliction specialization, which is very exciting to me, all around burn, and Ringmaster focuses all around his traversal. On face value, I'm all about that Firestarter, but his traversal does look so fun, so we'll have to see which one I go for. We also got a look at the Elseworld variations of Metropolis. Again, we've seen these in the Elseworld trailer, but we've got some more images here with Joker Tower and then a Joker landmark with his name all over it. Again, this is just episode 1, so I'm not sure if we're going to be getting more Elseworld variations in episode 2 of season 1, but for now, these look pretty good. I'm hoping we do. The more environmental variation, the better for me. Now, this is where I get all excited. I don't care about what people have to say about this game. What is a literal 10 out of 10 is the design of the DC loot. The notorious and infamous weapons. We've had so far Bane, Two-Face, Bizarro, Black Mask, all looks incredible, and they have some sweet perks. And it looks as though when it comes to loot, the good times just keep on rolling. Season 1, Episode 1 is giving us Mad Hatter, Scarecrow, Polka Dot Man, and Reverse Flash themed gear. I mean, we could stop the patch notes at Reverse Flash, I'm in already. Once again, the weapons, props, and design team, they just went off. I mean, look at some of these designs. The yellow of the Scarecrow gear. We saw a preview of the Polka Dot grenade last week, and I'm excited to see what the Reverse Flash set does as a set. We're also getting a new weapon manufacturer incoming, which is called Intergang. And look, Rocksteady, they just get DC at the end of the day. We got some info as well as to what to expect in terms of content. A new Mayhem mission and Assault missions, plural, alongside a new incursion type, which is combat incursions. Though, isn't every incursion technically a combat incursion? Anyway, we're also getting new mutators, which increase the challenge of these incursions, and a new infused enemy. And if annoying invisible snipers didn't grind your gears, I present to you lantern infused enemies that can come back from the dead. Good luck with that one. Though they do tease that maybe they are not as annoying as it may sound. Speaking of teases, we finally got some insight into the Battle Pass in both the paid and unpaid tracks. The Battle Pass will contain outfits, banners, and win poses, and more. Not sure what the more may be though. We got a look at some of these outfits in the Wayne Tech outfits, so we got a look at Shark, Joker, Harley, and Deadshot. I am all about these, and the designs remind me a little bit of the Bat Family in Gotham Knights, though that might just be me. I think it's the glowy eyes. There'll be some colour swaps for these outfits too, Deadshot is confirmed to be in the free track of the Battle Pass. And second time round, as I was finalising the video, Rocksteady put out another update, which has given us a bit of a roadmap in terms of what to expect in Season 1. So we had another look in terms of, okay, the mid-season update is going to be Episode 2. That's going to come with an ever-changing Metropolis, whatever that might mean. And it looks like Episode 1 is going to be the fight against the Green Lantern Brainiac, and Episode 2 is going to be the fight against Superman Brainiac. Alongside that, we also saw that the Two-Face Infamy set is going to be coming in Episode 2 alongside the Black Manta Notorious set. And also, it still says Strongholds. I'm not quite sure what Strongholds means, but that's what we're going to be getting, alongside some more infused enemy types in Episode 2. Back to the original video. As far as content teasers go, that's about it, but there's still some huge changes coming to this game, so I think it's really important we cover these. First of all, they've lowered the requirement for completing the endgame introduction, essentially reducing the finite rank requirement to get into the endgame itself. Patrol missions will now grant a 50% XP boost for 45 minutes after completing them. Hello, Joker, that sounds like the way to grind that level. And I'm on my knees. Tears of joy. Two big changes here. The Affliction immunity mutators will no longer require crit hits to remove the effect. Now just any damage will do. And the Mutator Boom no longer triggers on Shield Harvest and Suicide Squad Strike kills. I used to pray for times like this. No, but in all seriousness, great job for listening to the feedback, Rocksteady. There's also more HUD options to toggle on or off. Care packages now grant better rewards depending on the amount of time you spend on them, and they feel more justified for the time spent put into them, basically. Enemy snipers have had some tuning to feel a little bit more balanced so that you can actually hit them before they hit you. Assault missions now only grant legendary or higher loot. UI improvements for stacking debuffs. Squad support missions now grant a greater chance to get an infamy sets like Ivy or Penguin, and a lot more. Look, I'm not going to cover it all here, but in terms of importance, I think they're the big, really welcome changes from my perspective. And what I mean when I say I want to see Rocksteady really listen to the community to help build this game further. There's a ton, almost entire universe of bug fixes. You know, at the end of Arkham Origins, when you're just beating down the Joker and it's just blow after blow after blow? This is like Rocksteady attacking the bugs in this game. There is so many bug fixes here, and I can't cover them all one by one. The big thing, though, is that Rocksteady say that this patch should alleviate the issue for most people not being able to log into the game, alongside multiplayer stability and the issues that we've had within that. A huge win, of course, being able to play the game, but I mean, it was unacceptable for an issue like this to occur in the first place, but now that it's here, let's hope that it works. I mean, but the bug fixes themselves, I mean, it covers like achievements not unlocking, traversal attacks. There's a wide array of stuff in here. I'll leave a link to the notes for you to read at your own leisure in the description below. So, the first big patch. What are my thoughts? Now, I'll be honest, I felt so down about the game for weeks now. Minimal communication, no teases or excitement, and what's felt like story after story in the press about how much of a flop this game has been. This patch feels like the foundation. When I look at Season 1, how do you measure success? The Joker's a huge hit, right? My feeling is, does it bring in or bring back enough people to warrant carrying out all 4 seasons of this game that we've been shown? That's the question. In terms of content, at face value, it all looks great. Quality of life updates that we've really wanted, gameplay changes, a brand new character, environments, story, a battle pass to chase as a carrot on the stick, new loot to grind out, builds to create. I can't lie, I'm quite excited about it. Especially for that loot, and to play as Joker. Sorry Sharky boy, you're out the squad. The question will still remain, okay, how much new story is there? How worthwhile is the new loot? Is the battle pass worth grinding out? The other question, and I can't help but make the comparison, but Marvel's Avengers, every patch, every content update, whatever, always brought new problems, new bugs, new issues. I'm praying that with Suicide Squad, the delay of this patch means that we don't have this issue. This game needs a win. It needs momentum. There is a community here, by the way. I interact and I see it daily. Going forward, should this patch alleviate the big issues, I'd love for Rocksteady to keep giving us little crumbs of excitement. The radio silence in the past few weeks, alongside the reports, almost felt like, man, are we even going to get a season? I know for a fact that something like a DC product, there will be this chain of approvals that they have to go through to speak about things, but they've teased raid-like content. Give us a little more of that. I really hope that this patch is a win, not just for me, but for the passionate community and most importantly for the team at Rocksteady, because you can tell this game is created with so much passion and some really talented folks over there. I mean, the production of this game is top class, it really is. Fair enough if you don't enjoy it, we are all entitled to our own opinion. But I do, and I'd love to see at least a year's worth of content, see out this Brainiac storyline, and pray that the Justice League do return. Plus, that's Defo Deathstroke in Season 4, right? And I'll be damned if I don't get to play as my boy, that'll be a tragedy. Anyway, that's enough of me babbling on about my thoughts. Now, I want to hear from you. What's your thinking after these patch notes? Is it a step in the right direction for you? What talent path are you going to go down for the Joker? Are you even coming back for this season? Where do you stand with Rocksteady and Suicide Squad right now? Let me know in the comments down below. Like I said, if you want to stay up to date on this game for as long as it lives, stay up to date on DC games going forward, hit that subscribe button. I've got you covered. Dropping a like on this video helps me out massively, and I always really appreciate it. Have a terrific day, and I'll catch you in the next one.